What's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by. There's a video I've been wanting to do for you guys for the longest time, which is going to be the pros and cons that I feel on my side here at MGR Freight Systems. Now, understand this is solely opinionated. Don't bash me. Don't throw me under the bus or whatever you want to call it. You know, you guys might have some cons that are on my pro list, and then vice versa. You know, but I'm gonna also come to you with two parts. You know, the first part's obviously going to be about the pros. You know, things that I see very beneficial, positive things here at MGR. And my second video is going to be things that obviously are going to be things that I don't like about the company, cons, things that maybe can be changed or whatever the case might be. So be looking out for that video too. So but this is going to be solely just on my pros, or things that I feel are great bullet points, or at least positive bullet points about MGR Freight Systems. You know, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into them. You know, and also, guys, I wanted to tell you, just to give you today's date. Today's May 11th, 2021, Tuesday. I'm in Amherst, Ohio. About to do a drop tomorrow morning in Cicero, Chicago area, and then I'm gonna go over to the yard to do my PM. So just to give you guys a heads up on what day I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and jump in, guys. The first thing, obviously, 88% on the loads that we get as a lease to buy operator here. Now, obviously, there's different programs out there, but the one that I'm under, which is basically the majority of all the drivers, is going to be the 8812. 88 to the driver, 12% to MGR, and then, of course, the dispatcher gets a little piece of that, I believe. I could be wrong, but 8812 is something that I feel on my side is a positive thing. Another thing also is going to be no force dispatching, guys. When they mean, or when they say no force dispatching, they mean no force dispatching. Okay, I know a lot of companies out there try and praise it and they don't stick to their guns, but here so far I feel like I haven't been forced to do anything that I don't want to do, being either on the road or take a load or whatever the case might be, you know. So excuse me. So with that being said, guys, yeah, no force dispatching, man. If you don't want to load, don't take it, you know. And then also, I understand that maybe that the dispatchers can't book a load without our consent, you know. Now, that's true. I don't know. All I know is my dispatcher, Mark, thanks for everything you do for me and my family, you know. But I know Mark calls me on all the loads that he's looking at and runs it by me first before he books it, you know. So yeah, no force dispatching, guys. Another thing, home time, guys. Home time is awesome here. If I want to go home, no questions asked. I do not get bugged from MGR. I don't get bugged from Mark. So yeah, I mean, no force dispatching ties in with home time. Home time is awesome, guys. If I want to go home, I go home. You know, I just feel like for me, 2 weeks on the road is substantial enough for me to make some money, as well as to be away from my family, you know. No back payment on your truck note. All right, what I mean by that basically is, if you were to go home for a week for whatever reason, now I could be wrong, but this is the way I've been seeing it on my end. Okay, I haven't been coming back being a week in a hole. All right, if my truck is down in the shop, all right, I come back, start from square one. All right, all I know is that payment's going to be tagged in at the end of my lease agreement. If I need to go home because my aunt passed away, you know, I came back not being in a hole. All right, so yeah, next week my daughter's going to graduate. Actually, 2 weeks. My daughter's going to graduate. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of days off. All right, which is going to probably affect my payment or my settlement, but I'm not going to be a week in a hole. All right, so with that being said, guys, I think that's very, very helpful on us as drivers, because there's some companies out there, guys, you take a week off or 2 weeks, you're coming back probably in a hole. All right, the requirements, 6 months to a year, all right, is what they're looking for. Some companies, they need more. They need a year to maybe even 2 years. All right, so here at MGR, man, if you want to come to MGR, have at least 6 months over the road over experience. Okay, 150 gallons of diesel / 50 gallons of DEF every 24 hours. I like that, guys. I don't like the part that I don't get fuel discounts, you know, but I like the part to where if I want to fuel up today and then tomorrow, till I know that I feel comfortable driving down the road, then so be it. Because there's companies out there, man, tell you where to go, how much to get. Even though you're paying for the bill, they still tell you where to go and how to get it. Okay, oh, only get 40 gallons here, or whatever the case might be, you know. So no, if that was one thing that MGR had, I probably won't be here that long, okay? Because that's something I don't feel comfortable, all right? I want to make sure I'm gonna make it down the road. Service fees, guys, service fee. Where else can you go that they're gonna do all your paperwork for $14 a week, okay? Turn in all your BOLs, file all your IFTAs, whatever you want to call it. So when it's time for IFTAs, you know, we pay it, and then they get a breakdown deduction on our settlements on what they paid for us, you know, or what we paid. All right, they do all that for $14 a week. All right, I list on here no week in the hole. I already talked about that. Weekly settlements, guys. We get weekly settlements every week. We get paid every week. Okay, we get a breakdown of everything that we've done for that previous week. All right. Smart dispatchers, guys. I truly believe our dispatchers are smart. I haven't heard any horror stories or any stories out there that dispatchers are just basically dumb shits or they don't know what the hell they're doing. My dispatcher, Mark, I have my faith completely in him. I know some other drivers, you know, they have faith in their dispatchers, you know. So basically, that's what you need to have, man. You need to have faith in your dispatcher to run forward, you know. Now, if you're not making any money or whatever you want to call it, a lot of variables can come into play. Maybe you're asking to go home too much, you know, or maybe you're asking to stay out of certain areas, you know, or maybe your dispatcher's not smart enough, you know, or maybe your dispatcher's making you do a lot of next day drops or whatever the case might be. You got to weigh those things into effect or to account. Okay, we get detention, we get layovers. All right, we get TONUs, you know, which is basically trailer order not used. That's something your dispatcher's going to have to talk to the broker if that happens. All right, so we do get all those three. Another thing also, guys, that I truly like about this company is we do not do dropping hooks. This trailer that's been on my back since day one, it's been since day one. All right, I do not do a dropping hook. We don't do dropping hooks here. These trailers are ours. Okay, they're our responsibilities 100%. Okay, that also comes with no 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days inspections on these trailers. Okay, the only inspection we have to do is going to be our annual trailer inspection, which is only like $50, and of course we have to pay for it. All right, but yeah, no 30 days, 60, 90, 120, whatever the case might be, like some carriers, to where you might pick up a trailer and next week they call you, hey man, that trailer needs to be inspected, or whatever the case might be. Okay, so basically, yeah, no inspections on these other than the annual one. All right, maintenance assistant, guys. Maintenance assistants, that's a tricky one. If your truck goes down and if it's not under warranty, all right, or if it is under warranty, we have to pay for the labor. Now, if you don't have money for either or, okay, for the labor or the parts and labor, and you don't have the money, MGR will pay for it. They'll slowly take it out of your settlement at increments, right, until you pay it off. Now, they'll probably charge you $50 per every 500, I think. All right, I'm saying I think. Okay, some carriers out there, if they pay the bill that's $3,000, trust me, they're gonna want that money pretty quick. All right, so that maintenance assistance that they give you, to me, it's somewhat okay. All right, because trust me, the last thing I want to do is have another truck repair cost, whatever, coming out of my pocket. All right, guys, when you start here, there's no probationary period. There's no videos you have to watch. There's no safety videos you have to watch. There's no 6 weeks over the road training you have to go with the trainer. Nothing. When you come to MGR, they're expecting you to go ahead and hit the road within the next couple of days. All right. So yeah, get ready to come and work. All right. There's no road test, like I said. Another key thing that I like about MGR. All right. No micromanaging. They do not hover over your shoulder and ask you a billion questions every single day. All right, where are you going? How come you're going home? Why are you going home so many times? Why did you stop early? Where's your ETA? Okay, whatever you want to call it. Yada, 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 yada. No. There's some companies out there that'll sit there and say, oh, yeah, you're on your own. And they call you every single day. All right? Here, there's no micromanaging. I don't even talk to MGR that much. I talk to my dispatcher more than I talk to MGR. And honestly, I don't even talk to Mark that much. We only call each other when we have an issue, or he calls me, lets me know that he has a load that he wants to run by with me first before he books it. Okay? Other than that, I'm on the road by myself, guys. I talk to other drivers more than I talk to anybody a part of MGR. Okay? No restricted parking policy, guys. Awesome. You want to take the trailer home? Take it home. If it fits in your yard, take it home. Okay? There's some carriers out there that it needs to be gated. It needs to have cameras. You know, it needs to have a padlock. You have to send in pictures or whatever the case might be. No. I take my trailer to the yard close to my house, and I take the truck to my house, park it in my driveway. End of story. So yeah, no restricted parking policy with MGR. All right. Another thing, Qualcomms. If you're still dealing with Qualcomms, or if you're running for a company that has Qualcomms, you need to get with the agents, guys. All right. Everything that we do, okay, from our e-logs to our getting information on our loads or whatever, it's either going to be through your phone, your tablet, or your iPad. All right. We don't do any gets and gadgets, whatever you want to call it, back and forth towards Qualcomm or some others. You have to do macros for IDs and this and that back and forth, and they're going to send you a message because this and that. No. Okay, that's yesterday's old news. Okay, so no Qualcomms here, guys. No Qualcomms. All right. Detailed settlements. We get our settlements every Friday. Okay, depending on how your bank works, we get paid every Friday. All right. Our settlement is pretty well detailed on what we did that previous week, from our loads to our fuels to our breakdown deductions. Okay, everything. All right. Now, do we get rate cons? Okay. Do we get officially rate cons? Yes, we do. Or at least I do. All right. Mark, my dispatcher, like I said, he gets the rate cons from the broker and he forwards them right over to me. Right there, it tells me who I'm talking to, where I'm going, how heavy it is, how much it's paying, contact information, phone numbers, gives me everything. All right. Some carriers out there, they don't give their drivers, okay? They just give them basic information. All right. So I can see why a driver would feel like their company's not being honest on how much they're getting paid. No, here we get direct rate cons, guys. All right. These are just things that I feel that are positive here at MGR Freight Systems. Okay, you might feel like they're some of them are negatives or whatever the case may be. Okay, I'm gonna do a cons, and then on that cons you might feel some of them are positives. It is what it is, guys. All right, just take it what it is. It's my opinion. All right, but like I said, this is something that I feel on my side that is a positive thing about MGR Freight Systems. Now, are there things that can be changed? Obviously, there can. I'll talk about them on the next video. All right, but like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Okay, make your decision. Okay, because there's going to be comments about MGR just like any other carrier out there. All right, like I said in the past, you just have to find an outfit that best fits your needs. Okay, your wants or whatever the case might be, and you run with it. All right. I'm not saying MGR is the best and it's next to sliced bread or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's just so far that I've been here, it's been good. All right. Other than the breakdowns and this, that, back and forth, I've had a decent time here. Okay. But like I said, take it like for what it's worth. This is solely opinionated. Okay. So go ahead and wait, and I'll talk about my cons. So if you have any comments, questions, sorry, the sun's starting to come down to my eyes, you know. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, please list them, and I'll go ahead and get to them as soon as I can. All right, you guys be careful. Take care. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. If you want to apply for MGR Freight Systems, go ahead and hit my profile picture, scroll over where it says About, tap that, you'll see the link to MGR Freight Systems. Hit that, that'll take you directly to the application process. On the bottom of the process, it'll ask you how you heard about the company. Please put my information as well as my driver ID number, which is 1875. Also, guys, they require between 6 months to 1 year over-the-road experience. But yeah, if you want to apply for it, go ahead and hit my profile picture, scroll over where it says about. You'll see the link to MGR Freight Systems, and that'll take you directly to the application process. So once again, guys, thanks for watching my video. God bless, take care, and talk to you soon.